beautiful souls. I'm gonna fix this really fast. Looks like okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I hope you can hear me okay. I have a new setup here, and listening back to my last message on our All Signs reading from Tea and Tarot Tuesday, there was a little bit of interference. And I don't know if that interference was simply just because it's Mercury retrograde season approaching. And that's just what happens with technology. Or if it's my actual setup. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Welcome back to the Daily Divine Messages from Spirit. This is our weekend forecast. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Princess Leah. And if you're a returning family and friend, welcome back. Beloveds, I'm glad you're here. It has been a very, very intense week. Very emotional, deep week for the collective. Myself included is a part of the collective. A lot of shifts and closures are happening due to the energy around reviewing, reevaluating that Mercury retrograde season always has, that retrogrades in general have, and we have a few planets in retrograde. Pluto's now direct in Aquarius, but Chiron's in retrograde in the sign of Aries. I believe, I want to say Uranus just went retrograde in Taurus, maybe Jupiter in Cancer. So don't quote me on those, but I do know that we have quite a bit of planets retrograding, which is this very strong standstill, very strong moment of reflection. And we also had the full moon in in Taurus on whichever day it was for you, and depending on your location, it was the 4th and the 5th that the moon was in Taurus, and that was very, very heavy. We also just had Venus transition into the new sign of Scorpio, which is very deep. Venus, the divine feminine planet of love and abundance and beauty. In the sign, the dark feminine Scorpio, which is also ruled by the dark masculine Pluto planet of death and transformation, by facing your fears. So with this full moon in Taurus of closing out what is not in alignment, Taurus is also ruled by Venus. What is not in alignment with your highest quality of life timeline? What is your highest quality self potential? And if you are trying to get there, what is it that you need to let go of, release? And that's what we're under review about. And that is a very, very debilitating and heavy conversation to have with yourself. And then when you have Venus in Scorpio, she's really giving it to us like it is. Showing all the hidden parts that maybe we have not wanted to look at or not been able to see. Where are our wounds? Where are our fears? What are they? And how can we move through times of uncertainty, times of confusion, unclarity? And how are we managing and coping and communicating? How are we healing and working through the things that we do need to look at and assess, reassess? So that's why I'm here, to hopefully be able to channel some answers for us. Whatever comes through is my intention to bring out the highest energy of conscious love from spirit, from source, from divine, God, Jah, Allah, however you want to call it. That's why I use this sound bowl from our heart chakra to pull any prophetic downloads that might want to just come through as we tune into the frequency of our heart chakra. And if anything, whatever comes through, if it resonates with you, then hopefully it is something that helps you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, if it's not, fitting with what you're going through, that's okay too. This is a wide collective that I read for, I channel for the collective. But I have this small vibe tribe here. We only have 515 or 16 subscribers right now, and I say only, but this has been a journey. Starting with 17 people just a couple of years ago. And maybe it's, to some, not growing as fast as it should, and to others it's a large scale. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that spirit speaks to you, that your spirit gets the answers that it needs. And honestly, I started this channel, I started Daily Divine Messages from Spirit, not even for the collective, but literally for my own self, for my own spiritual, mental, emotional health and help, just to add to my repertoire of things that I need to do for my own well-being. And to be able to tap into answers from Spirit has been really helpful in this way for me. And I hope it has been for you too. And especially at times like this, when the energy is so hectic and chaotic and confusing and uncertain and crazy and scary, and you want to remember also the blessings. You also want to remember the love. You also want to remember, but sometimes we need that reminder. And even healers need healing. That's why Chiron in Aries right now has been in Aries in retrograde for a little while, and has been in Aries since 2018. Because our wounded healer is coming out, is showing us where we have been hating ourselves, where we have been isolating ourselves, where we have been judging ourselves, and where we've been running from within ourselves. and how we can love that within ourselves. I feel like with the Venus in Scorpio, Spirit's saying it's time to start moving into this heart chakra. But with the Venus in Scorpio, I'm hearing, let's tap into this heart chakra, and if Spirit wants me to speak more on the Venus and Scorpio thought, I will. So you can place your hand on your heart and close your eyes and take a deep breath if you like. Ooh. I feel like the Venus in Scorpio, he says, like, Spirit says I can continue now. There is a certain kind of like truth, a certain kind of permission that Venus gives Scorpio to tap into. Because Scorpio is a protector. Scorpio is one of the most vulnerable of the zodiac. That's why they have the toughest shell. Just like Cancer and Crab. And so to get to that depth of a Scorpio, of that scorpionic depth, you have to be willing to face the darkest parts of you. It's like the bottom of the ocean. The pressure from the water could just alone crush you, let alone the cold, right? And all the creatures. But to get to the bottom of the ocean, that is the core. That is what Scorpio carries. It doesn't mean it's bad. It means it's deep. It means it goes deep. It goes way back. So these are gonna, this week and this weekend, this week has been bringing up a lot of those depths of those fears, those depths of those emotions, those depths of those wounds, triggering all sorts because it's being released. So this weekend, we're gonna see, this might be a longer of the videos because I did not come on Monday for the week ahead, so we're reflecting back on this week. Because my emotions, like I said, are part of the collective, and they have been in the typhoon, in the typhoon, personal hurricane over here. And speaking of hurricanes, I send my prayers, my biggest, deepest love to all the beloveds in Jamaica, all the families, homes, businesses. I have roots down in Jamaica. I have family down in Jamaica. My father is from Jamaica. And I really am sending so much prayer and love and light and peace and strength and resilience and protection over you. food to eat. May you have water to clean and drink, clean water. May you have the help you need. And if anyone can help, I need to find a foundation that I can link here. My sister and I were talking about going down there to help. So if that's something that is possible, maybe that's something that you want to consider. But maybe you also just want to tap into your heart and ask yourself, where is it that your heartstrings are pulling you to look at, to talk to purge through, to cry through, to journal through, to release? Where can you give your gentle attention, compassion, forgiveness? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Breathe. Sometimes emotions just will come up and you just gotta breathe. You gotta breathe. Just take that deep breath and let it transmute. Feel the air, fill your lungs, feel the air leave your body, and feel the ease that comes through after the exhale, the nirvana. You are in a midst of transmutation right now. Transmuting, you're alchemizing, transmuting these fears, this pain, these wounds, this fear, this sadness, this loss, this grief. You are transmuting it. You're changing the trajectory, the direction of how you want this story to continue, how this story can continue, how you receive this story to continue. The Seven of Crystals, it did come out reverse. So I'll keep that in mind. This weekend is saying that you have to trust that what you're planting is growing into fruition, is building a legacy, is being protected and grown and provided by the Ace, by Divine. The Ace of Crystals, King of Swords, the Universe, King of Cups. This is beautiful. Spirit is helping you with a final decision. Whatever that final decision, the final decision that came through this week during the Taurus full moon, of completions, of closures, of endings, of whatever it is that has to be released, whether it's, again, patterns, addictions, control, resistance, fear, disempowering beliefs, unhealthy behaviors, a person, a job, a thing, whatever decision you came to this week and are coming to this weekend, Spirit has a plan already. The universe is already set in place, already has your back. The universe is always working things out for our greatest and highest good. But you have to believe that. You have to believe that there is divine abundance for me, for you, for us. You have to believe that this is coming, that this is here, that this is arriving, that this is yours. You have to believe that you're worthy of receiving these 10 of crystals, this legacy, this wealth, this stability, this generational wealth. You have to believe that you're worthy of this balanced emotional union, that you are ready for this balanced emotional King of Cups. This could be a decision around a divine masculine. This could be a decision around, you see how this masculine's kind of weighing these two cups. Maybe this masculine is weighing their decision between two cups, two choices. And whatever that decision is made, the universe, divine, source is already knows, is making sure, will make sure that it works out, that decision works out for your greatest and highest future good. It may not feel good right now, because of the 5 of crystals. It might not feel good right now because you might be eliminated. You might be casted out. You might be rejected. It might not feel like it goes in your favor. Maybe you're not the chosen cup that he's turned to, right? You see? And that's okay. And it's okay that it doesn't feel good, and it's okay that it doesn't feel like your favor. But Spirit is saying trust, because the universe and the Ace of Crystals, what you don't see is this 10 of Crystals. What you don't see coming is this future abundance, generational wealth and abundance with the right king. And this is not gender specific. I'm just using king as an example because 2 kings are out here today. So it could be a king masculine energy, and that's also not gender specific. But what is it that masculine energy within you or your collective that's making a decision, bringing something into fruition, choosing between 2 emotional, strong choices, lovers, matters of the heart and the throat and the solar plexus. But it's an opportunity of a lifetime that this king has to decide. Does this king want to build a legacy of wealth and abundance with this cup or this cup? Can they do so? Looking at all the options. But just know, whether you're the King of Swords making the decision, the King of Cups weighing out your emotional options, or you're listening and you're on this receiving end of feeling like the option, the choice, you are not an option. Spirit is speaking to someone. You're not a choice. You're not an option or a choice in the sense that means your value is less than another if you're not chosen. That your value is not divine. That your value is not already embedded and webbed with generational wealth and abundance and beauty and quality from you come from a web of wealth and abundance and king and queen. The universe has been with you. So regardless of what this king sees in you or in another cup, it has nothing to do with you. And I'm hearing Don Miguel Ruiz, the 4 agreements, don't take anything personally, because it doesn't have anything to do with you. No matter what anyone says or does to you or about you, with you, for you. So we have a full moon in Aries moonology in honor of the full moon in Taurus this week. This weekend says, look at this, the decision with the King of Swords, a fiery climax approaches. The full moon in Aries. And a new start is coming with the new moon at the bottom of the deck. So what you don't see this weekend, beloved, is that this choice, whatever choice is being made from a divine masculine energy here, the universe is already has a blessing in store. So no matter what door is closing, you have a new window, another door opening, a million windows opening, an ace of crystals, a divine pentacle opportunity of a new start coming. So don't be afraid of this climax. Don't be afraid of this ending. Don't be afraid of that full moon. And we did have the full moon in Aries last month on October 6th. And so maybe from October 6th of the last full moon in Aries to now this full moon in Taurus that we had on November 4th and 5th, something approached, a climax approach. So the 4 agreements we have here, and I just realized that I forgot our next step for our next steps. There we go. Here's our answers. Here's what Spirit says for this weekend. Our next step is the 4 agreements to be impeccable with your word, to realize the power of your word. What you say grows. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from universe, from God, from source, from Ace, from divine. And so your word is growing seeds. Your word is making decisions every day. I hear that, Spirit. Thank you. And your truth is personal to you. So don't take anything personally. That's the agreement that I heard. Don't take anything personally, because your truth is personal to you, and someone else's truth is personal to them. And so whatever their truth is, whatever their heart is leaning them towards, that decision has nothing to do with you. It's a personal choice for them. It does not disqualify or discount or devalue what you have to offer, the love that you are, the value, the just the wealth in your who you are. And someone might need to hear this right now, but as cliche as it sounds, rejection is God's protection. So just keep trying to tell yourself these things. That's why I have these positive affirmations. That's why I'm trying to remind myself too. That's why I pulled myself from taking a bath instead of taking my magical bath, which I probably might still. We'll see. I said I need to come down here because I need to know. I need some upliftment as well. I need some encouragement as well, because my word can sometimes be used against my own mind. Some clarity. So thank you, Spirit. And look at this little positive affirmation of the day. For today, choose to be confident. Choose to be confident in whatever it is that you are choosing. Choose to be confident. Be confident in your choices. Be confident in the climax approaching, the ending approaching. Be confident in the start that is becoming, that is coming. Be confident in your truth and your word. Be confident in believing, in trusting and surrendering to this divinely orchestrated abundance that the universe is creating, is building for you and your family. Stand up for what you believe in. That's what's going to help you choose confidence, choosing. That's what's going to help you choose what's personal, what's your truth to you, what's your truth. Don't worry about what other people think. What is your truth? Even if it's not conventional, even if it's not what other people think you should be doing, what is your truth? The numbers coming out. The numbers coming out, they'll crack me up. My favorite numbers here, 2 and 12. That could be a birthday for you. Birthday for some, a significant number for some, significant date. And then we have 16 at the bottom of the deck. So these could be significant numbers. Maybe you're born February 12th, February 16th. Maybe those dates are significant for you. I see it this way too, of that balance into union. I don't know if you can see it from here, so let me pull it up closer. The 212, maybe you want to look up what 212 angel number looks like for you. But I see it as like this balance in union, balancing two energies into one. The synergy where the two become one. And 16. Reducing to 5, 1 plus 6, or sorry, 1 plus 6 equals 7, reducing to 7. My brain. Interesting that I said 5 though, but 7 is that divine number. 5 is of change, but this is 5 here to 12. Reducing down to 5, 2 plus 1 plus 2. So there's that change, divine change. Divine change, the start, a new start is coming, a new beginning is coming, a new opportunity is coming. So you have to let what needs to come to its peak, come to its climax, to approach and to clear. And you'll know when this decision comes through. I wish you all the best. I hope that this helps. I hope you know that you may not see it right now, but you do have some really beautiful abundance on its way. Keep trusting, keep believing, keep surrendering. Namaste. And I hope you have a great weekend. If this resonates with you, give this video a thumbs up. Definitely helps our little small tribe as we're trying our best every day. My intention here to heal the heart of the divine masculine and the sacred feminine for the soul of mankind through conscious love. Until next time, peace and love. Namaste. Bye.